Hi, friends. Welcome to Family Friday. I have a book for us today. Daddy Dragon Saves the Day. Let's see what he does to save the day. In a faraway land where the magic is strong and the moon smiles all night long, where goblins and fairies and elves love to play, live all the dragons. Yes, dragons, okay? They fly through the sky. They dive and they dip. They loop and they swoop. They flip and they skip. If you ever see one, then oh, what a sight as they soar through the air to the highest of heights. Oh, I skipped a page. Let me go back a page. There goes one now. Oh boy, she flies fast. The trees sway and swish as she hurries on past. A flash and she's gone, waking the sun with its big yellow yawn. But not every dragon is up today. Who's not up? Who's trying to get some more sleep? And this lot are only now rising to play. They must be the funniest dragons in Quace. Did I mention that Quace is the name of this place? The littlest dragon right there is called Baby Boo. She's as cute as a button, only just 2. She jumps up and down in her favorite spot, which is where? It's on top of Daddy and not where she ought. Now, poor Dragon Daddy was loving his dreams. What was he dreaming of? Of eating plum cakes topped with dollops of cream. But now he's awake and he's coughing up flame. Because Baby Boo's bouncing, yes, she is to blame. Her brothers awoke and looked all around. Then they rushed to find out what was making this sound. Frederick and Yedrick, oh, that rhymes, were their first names. They got up to mischief when not playing games. Their sister was bouncing, and Daddy looked sad. He wants to go back to sleep. They laughed when he coughed. No, it isn't that bad. Breakfast time. Look at, he's making some breakfast. I don't know if I'd want to eat that. Breakfast time next. Daddy cooked up some grumpkins. He spreads them with grubles and pumpkins and lumpkins. Mommy left early. She was off to a meeting. Daddy sat down and the kids started eating. Did you hear the rhyme? Meeting and eating. Let's see if we can hear more rhymes. This wasn't so bad, he thought, calming his fears. But Yedrick and Frederick had other ideas. They both spread their grumpkins with snoozeberry jam, and when Dad turned his head, they both threw them splat wham. Their dad was not glad to be sticky and red. What's going on? We just got out of bed. But he cleaned up the mess as soon as he had. The children went right back to acting all bad. Oh, what are they doing now? Dad thought it would be easy to care for his young, but by 10:36, well, the fun had begun. Their kitchen, once clean, was now chaos and clutter. Oh, no. And who was that cat that was covered in butter? Oh, he doesn't recognize the cat. The cat was not their cat. No, he was not. And the butter was melting because it was hot. Dad cleaned up some more, but by 1:24, every toy in the house had been thrown on the floor. Look at the other ones in the shower. The kids were not dressed yet. They needed a wash. Uh-oh, what's happening to the mirror? He looked at their faces and thought, oh my gosh, boys, run and play while I bathe Baby Boo. Just wait your turn, and then you could have a splash too. But the boys couldn't wait, and the walls looked so white, so they got out their brushes and painted them right. But no paint did they use on them, no paints at all. What do you think they used? It wasn't paint. What do you think it was? Those were blueberries splattered all over the walls. Oh no, poor Daddy. My house was a mess like an earthquake it hit. Let's go out, Dad said. Please, just for a bit. Oh, the chairs are all falling. There's blueberries everywhere. The sun was shining and the birds were chirping. Yedrick was slurping and Frederick was burping. Go off and play nicely, said Dad with a roar. What harm could they do, he thought. Here, out, doors. The twins smiled sweetly and said, we'll be good. So Dad felt quite glad that they had understood. Oh, look at all those cows. And there's a truck in the trees. But in less than an hour, the grass had been charred. That meant it had burnt. And somehow some cows were now roaming about. They must live in the country, roaming the yard. The flowers had vanished, and the gate was all gone. Dad just shook his head and thought, what have they done? The house was all messed up with mud and with muck, and inside the shed was a big clucking duck. And up in the tree where the truck had got stuck, and all seemed to be burning, his children had struck. He sent off the children to fly into Rome. He had to clean up before Mother came home. He gathered up his tools to make everything right. He called up his friends and he mustered his might. The clock was against him. There was so little time to clean up the mud in the grumpkins and slime. Oh no. Is he dragging up? Daddy dragging way up high? And that's when he saw it. Down from the sky, a big asteroid came towards his 3 children. They're right in its way. Oh no. He took to the sky, for he must save the day. There's the asteroids, there's the kids flying away, flying around. The asteroid blazed as it raced through the air. Then the dragon flew harder. He had to get there. Then at last the kids saw it, but saw it too late. No time to escape from their fury fate. Oh no, but let's see what Daddy's gonna do. It was almost upon them when Dad roared their names, and 1, 2, 3, 4 times he shot it. The asteroid was flames. 2 blasts of yellows, then orange and red. He blew up that asteroid over their head, and he saved the kids. The pieces rained down. The children all cried. Mama had looked up. I guess Mama got home with fear in her eyes. She flew to her family. Her kids had been saved by her husband so loving, a father so brave. Frederick and Yedrick said, Mommy, we're sorry. We've been really bad, and called Dad lots of worry. He saved us, and that made us see what we've done. We'll never again wreck the house having fun. Their parents both smiled, just glad all was right. But Daddy remembered the house was a sight. We'd better go home now, but I must confess there's a small chance there might be a mess. Okay, so look at that. So here it says try to find 8 differences. So we're going to look at these pictures and see what we can find. I see 1. What about her Mommy's scarf? On this page it's purple. And on this page it's green. So that's 1. Let's see if we can find any other differences. Let's look around and see. Oh, look at one of the twin shirts. It's blue here and checkered there. So that's 2. Let's see if we could find more. Let's look at Mommy's shirt. It's plain. It's got flowers. That's 3. Let's see if we could find any more differences. You look too. If I don't find them, maybe you can find them before I have to go. I'm looking. That's all I'm finding, but I'm going to let you look a little bit more and see if you can see any more. Oh, I see another difference. The flowers are big up, and over here they're on the ground. So that's another difference. All right. That's it for now. Thank you for reading. Here's a picture of where they live. Bye-bye. We'll see you soon.